Hi, my cute kiddos. I got another Christmas book for you. This is one of my favorites called The Christmas Bear by Henrietta Strickland and illustrated by Paul Strickland. And the reason it's one of my favorites is because of the pictures. They are so cool and so detailed. And so I'm going to read the story. And while I'm reading the story, I want you to look for this guy right here. He's in every picture, but he hides a lot. So I'm going to read this story through, and then maybe we will have time to play a little bit of I Spy with My Little Eye. Okay? Here we go. This is the Christmas Bear. Look at all the beautiful stars. What kind of bear is the Christmas bear? Can you tell? He's a polar bear. That's right. Up at the North Pole where Santa lives. Cub lived at the top of the world with his mother and father. One Christmas Eve, he left his den and went exploring. He followed his nose over a hill and across the snow. It led him to a big, bright hole. Who lives down there? Cub wondered. Cub followed his nose farther and farther until all of a sudden, what do you think is going to happen? He fell in. That's right. Down, down, down he fell. Whoa! My goodness, that looks like he fell pretty far. And by the way, this is the page where we start to find the penguin on every picture. Can you find him? Bump! Cub landed at the bottom. When he peeked through his paws, he saw that he had landed in a cozy study right next to Santa Claus. "How kind of you to drop in," said Santa, in spite of his surprise. "You must be answering my ad for a helper. Good. Let me show you what we do here." Cub was very excited. "This is the mailroom," said Santa. "We receive letters from children all over the world. Do you speak many languages? We must always make sure that the right present gets to each child." Cub shook his head sadly. He knew how to speak only one language. I didn't know polar bears spoke any language. Next, we have the workshops where all the toys are made to order. Dolls, trains, puzzles, games, spaceships, every kind of toy in the world. I've designed some of them myself, Santa said. Cub especially liked the dinosaurs. The purple ones seemed almost as if they were alive. Do you see the purple dinosaur that Cub is looking at? Does it look alive to you? Then Santa Claus took Cub into a gigantic room full of noisy machinery. "This is the North Pole itself," he shouted over the din. "Here we make our own electricity. You can see it's actually quite simple." Cub nodded, but he wasn't sure he really understood. It doesn't look very simple to me. Does it look simple to you? "This might be the perfect job for you," Santa said in the next room. "This is the testing room. Would you like to test some toys for me?" I want that job. That sounds fun. Cub was happy to test toy after toy. They were all in tip-top shape, but he liked the bears best. "Ready to see some more?" asked Santa. Their next stop was the living quarters. Some elves were relaxing after a hard day's work. One elf had the flu and was taking a nap in his bunk bed. See that elf? He's sick. Poor guy. "Time for a snack," Santa suggested as they went through the kitchen. "I bet you'd like some fish and ice cream." Gross. "Yes, please," Cub said. Thank you, Santa. Thank you, Santa." Ugh, fish and ice cream? Does that sound good to any of you? Oh, goodness, look at this picture. "Back to work again," said Santa, taking Cub to the storeroom. Elves were busy with last-minute tasks, crossing items off lists and addressing packages. Cub tried to get a closer look. Was one of these presents for him? Do you think one of those presents is for you? Wow, look at all those toys. Downstairs in the wrapping room, huge bolts of shiny paper hung from the ceiling. Toys of all shapes and sizes passed through the wrapping machines while the elves watched carefully. Cub saw that big sacks stuffed with presents were being lowered into the stables. "We can go down too," Santa said. Look at that. Looks like that's where they're being lowered down, huh? Look at all those presents. "Well, little Cub, do you like our new kittens?" Cub nodded. "I like the mice too." "I think it's almost time to go," Santa continued. "The reindeer are ready. But before we leave, I have to tell you a secret. I know that you did not really come to be my helper. But don't worry. I just think your parents might want you home for Christmas. I can take you in my sleigh if you'd like." "Oh, yes," said Cub. "And before I forget," Santa added, taking a present from the pile, "here is a special one just for you. And now, first stop, the top of the world." He gets to ride in Santa's sleigh. How fun would that be? In the blink of an eye, Cub was home. "Thank you for your help, Cub," said Santa. "Remember, you'll always be my Christmas bear. Merry Christmas." "Merry Christmas, Santa," said Cub's mother. "And now, little Cub, it's time for bed." So Cub curled up next to the best Christmas presents of all. Who do you think are the best Christmas presents of all? Would it be his mom and dad? And look, I think he's got a book just like this one. Does it look the same? Okay, now guys, here's a little game we can play. First of all, did you find the penguin on all the pages? I hope you did. Let's play a little I Spy. We can't play it on every page because not every page has all the detailed stuff. But let's see. Let's look at this one. First of all, did you find Mr. Penguin? Do you see him? He's right there. Okay, I found something. I spy with my little eye a kind of bluish silver car. I'll give you guys a minute to find it. If you need more time, you can pause it, okay? Let's see, on this page, I spy with my little eye a pair of boots. Can you find the pair of boots on this page? How about on this page? This one, let's just say you need to find Mr. Penguin in this one. I think this one is one of the harder ones to find Mr. Penguin. Remember, you can pause the movie if you need more time. Okay, here's a good one. I spy with my little eye. What can I find here to help you find? I spy a choo-choo train. See if you can find the choo-choo train. It's the engine car, okay? So see if you can find the engine car and find Mr. Penguin. This one, there's not really anything hiding in this picture. Okay. This one, there's lots to see in this picture. I spy with my little eye a tiger. There's a tiger hiding in one of these pictures. See if you can find the tiger. Next. Let's see. See if you can find Mr. Penguin in there. But there's also a teeny tiny little teddy bear hiding in one of these pictures. See if you can find the teeny tiny little teddy bear. Ooh, and this one's a fun picture. There's so much to see. But I spy with my little eye an elephant. Can you find an elephant in all these toys? And did you find Mr. Penguin on this page? 2 things to find. Okay. Let's look for Mr. Penguin again. And I spy with my little eye a rocking horse, but it's actually a zebra. That's the rocking horse. Can you find that? Whoops. Okay, let's see. Trying to think if there's something tricky to find on this page. Oh, I spy with my little eye a couple of little tiny mice. And I'll give you a clue. It's in this picture. This one right here. Find 2 little tiny mice. And there goes Santa. Up, up, and away. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. And to all a good night. I hope you liked the book. I love you, my cute kiddos. Bye.